At a glimpse, the way in which laws are made in Australia may seem confusing, or the different levels of power and the processes involved in creating new laws can look very complicated. So let's start at the beginning. In 1788, Captain James Cook and his fleet landed in Sydney and were the first to start a colony on Australia's unknown landmass. From then on, Britain governed and owned Australia until the 1st of January 1901, when the British Parliament passed legislation allowing the 6 Australian colonies, New South Wales, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, Victoria and Tasmania, to govern in their own right as part of the Commonwealth of Australia. The Parliament is at the very heart of the Australian national government. The Parliament consists of the Queen, represented by the Governor-General, and the 2 houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. These 3 elements make Australia a constitutional monarchy and a parliamentary democracy. Proposed laws, known as bills, have to be passed by both houses and approved by the Governor-General before they become Acts of Parliament. The normal flow of the legislative process is that a bill is introduced into one of the 2 houses by a minister or member for congruence. If agreed by the other house, then it is then given a royal assent by the governor and converted at this point into an act. Common law, also known as case law or judge-made law, is law developed by judges, courts, and similar tribunals stated in decisions that normally decide individual cases. Reasoning for decisions in the case provide a model for lower courts to follow. An example of a common law is where a judge can refuse to allow an unfair trial to go ahead, as everyone has a right to a fair and efficient trial. Statute law is legislation that has been passed through Parliament. Both state Parliament and federal Parliament have the power to pass laws within their jurisdiction, area of influence. An example of a statute law are posted speed limit signs. The difference between common law and statute law is that common laws are made by judges, while statute laws are made by Parliament. In common law legal systems, a precedent is a principle or rule established in a previous case or legal decision that is either binding on or persuasive for a court or other tribunal when deciding subsequent cases with similar issues or facts. The Australian Constitution is a set of rules by which Australia is governed. Australians voted for the National Constitution in a series of referendums. The Australian Constitution establishes the composition of the Australian Parliament and decides how Parliament works, what powers it has, how federal and state parliaments share power, the roles of the executive government and the High Court.